Welcome to the first lecture for RT207. I have a feeling we're going to be spending some time together. I'm Mr. Held. I'm going to help you out with some of these drawings. So here we are with the first drawing completed. And so I'm going to show you how we can create this. Alright, so I'm going to create a new I'm going to choose my RT207 template that I made in the previous video, and I'm going to say open. Alright, so you may have your grid on. So if you type in grid mode, start typing in grid and grid mode, if I press 1 right now, I'll turn it back on. Or if I want to turn it off, which I do, I tend to want grid mode off in 2D drawings. When I'm making a 3D drawing in AutoCAD, I'll turn the grid on. So grid's off. Okay, and we're going to create our first part, first drawing. I'm going to change to visible lines, and I really like to make things with rectangles. So I'll usually use rectangles. That's a dimension line. I thought I went visible, so I'm going to go visible. And a rectangle. There we go. And this rectangle is 12. I'm going to make it 12. So I type 12, and then I hit tab, and it's 4.4. Like that. Okay? And then I'm going to switch to a construction line, and I'm going to create a line, and I'm going to go right on this corner and make sure I'm at 90 degrees, and I'm going to type in 3.2, and then I'm going to turn it this way and make sure at 0 degrees, and I'm going to type 3.2, and then I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to bring in my visible line, click on a line, and I'm going to bring that line up just like that. Make it go this way at 0 degrees, 4.4, and I'm going to bring it back to this corner, and I'm going to hit escape. Okay, great. Now I'm going to draw another set of rectangles from this corner. And I'm going to say 3.6 and tab 3.6 and enter. And that's going to be the center of a circle. And I'll do that again with the rectangle. And this time it's going to be 8.4 tab 2. And that's the center of the second circle. I'll hit escape. I'll click on trim. I don't need that line at all. Now I'll make some circles, and the first circle is 3.6. I type it in, and whoa, that's too big. Okay, well, I'll hit Control Z. That's the diameter. That was a radius. So I got to take 3.6 divided by 2. That's 1.8. That looks better. Okay, that means I got to do the same thing for the other one. 2.1. That'd be 1.05. Alright. Okay, with that done, I'm going to click on, you know what, I'm going to leave those rectangles there for just a moment. Okay, so I've got my part drawn. Now it's time to put some dimensions in. And so I'm going to use dimensions, and I'm going to dimension, and I bring that out. It did not make that line red, unfortunately. Try it again. Okay, from here to here, and it's not red again. That's okay. We're going to have to fix it anyways. So here to here. Okay, from here to here. Okay, try to make that line up. Okay, what else? From here to here. From here to here. There's my 3.6 and 3.6. I've got this. I've got this one. From here to here. Oop, that went wrong. From here to here. Had to zoom in to get that right. Okay. I'm going to click this and drag this up a little bit. Cancel. What's going on? No. Escape. I just want to move it up. Thank you. Okay, there. A couple more dimensions from here to here. I'm going to put that there. And the placement of these should be trying to match what I'm doing. Like, for instance, this should be down at the bottom. All right. So now I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to click on this rectangle and I'm going to erase it. And same thing with this one. Left click it, right click it, and hit erase. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on each one of these dimensions. Okay, you want to make sure you got them all. Otherwise you'll have to do this again for one you missed. I think I have them all. Looks like it. Okay, so now that I have them all selected, I'm going to right click and say Properties. And the color of my line I want to be red. The color of my text I want to be black, or white in this case. It becomes black. It's black or white depending on which mode you're in. I want to make the text a little higher, so I'm going to say 0.4. Yeah, that's a little bit bigger. And I want to change my precision, so it's in the tenths place only. And I'm going to hit X, and boom, there it is. Now, I can also switch to a center line and annotate and put a center mark on my two circles, like so. I could even, I think that looks pretty good. The extension lines do show to the center, so I could add those. Let's do that. So I'm going to click on my layer and go to Dimension and draw a line, and I'm just going to extend this dimension line, not that one, this one, so it shows that it's going to the center of the circle, like so. And we can go here to here, and we can take another one and go from here to here and to here. And now we have our extension lines going to the center of the circle, showing that that's where that's leading to. Okay? Depending on how your instructor wants this turned in, what I like is just take a screenshot of this. I can't do that right now because I'm using my snipping tool to record this, but take a screenshot here and submit it. Alright, see you at the next one.